What's up, everybody? I'm Tamara. Welcome to Tam's Psychic Place. And I do lots of Myers-Briggs videos, self-help topics, things that will help you from day to day. So definitely subscribe to my channel because it makes me happy and it helps me out. And I really, really do appreciate those of you who have already done it. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? I've got lots of videos for you to watch and enjoy. So definitely do that. Share my videos with your friends. But today we're going to talk about introverted intuition, especially when it comes to ENFJs. It's their second cognitive function. And I think it's a function that many people are very curious about or very intrigued by. And I do think it's an interesting function. I know for me as an ENFJ, it feels very, very hidden, but it feels very, very dominating. Like it's a powerful part of who I am, but you don't see it, I mean, I can show it to you, but you're probably going to experience more of my extroverted feeling side. And so you may have no idea how my introverted intuition is working. So, and not to say that it's always accurate. There are times when, to be honest with you, my feelings are so strong, they get in the way of everything. And so if my feelings are really, really hurt, it's going to, I guess, sort of smash introverted intuition at times because I'm not going to be thinking logically, In this video, I'm saying that your experiences have a lot to do with your introverted intuition. Because ENFJs, for example, their introverted intuition is very powerful, it's very strong, and it's accurate a great deal of the time. It's picking up on all kinds of things, hidden nuances that are sometimes not explainable. It's just kind of this knowingness kind of thing. And it seems so obvious that sometimes you're like, is this person really trying to get one over on me? Like, do they think I'm that dumb or crazy? Because it just seems so obvious. Like, I see what you're doing. For them, it's like if you were slicing, getting a piece of cake and slicing it, they can see you doing that. I mean, to them, it's introverted intuition can be that clear, but it's not that way for many people, or they don't understand that you have the ability to pick up on some things, or what they're doing when they're trying to scheme, or that kind of stuff. But I do think experience plays a huge role in it, and maybe there are people who have and I'm sitting at my computer right now, I'm clicking out of something, but so you can hear the little click. Sometimes I'm multitasking when I'm making videos. I don't know how much people have actually talked about how experience shapes your introverted intuition. And that's just my opinion, and that's what I'm learning as I'm going along in this life. Some things that are based on experiences, and if you haven't experienced them, then it can, it can hinder your introverted intuition. Now, there are some areas where it doesn't hinder it. You just kind of know, and it doesn't matter whether you've had a certain experience or not. You're picking up on certain things. But there are other areas that the experience can be a game changer. For example, I remember when I was a teenager, I can remember having friends that were just absolutely falling apart over guys, and I was just looking at them like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? And so if you've never fallen in love before, you don't know there are experiences that if you've never gone through it, you're going to be missing some things. You're not going to be able to understand certain things. And I guess that goes for everyone. But I guess I was triggered by this because I was watching somebody's video and they were talking about soulmates and they were arguing about it. You know, some people say there are soulmates, other people say there aren't soulmates. That's just silly. And I felt like this ENFJ was like, I'm not buying this. There's no such thing as soulmates. There's logic. There's putting work into a relationship to make it work. There's you doing your best to treat the other person well or create romantic scenarios and romantic gestures and all of that. But as far as soulmates, where you can't just, hey, I can use logic. It might hurt to break up with you, but if I need to use logic to pick up and go, I can do that. But I will just say from experience, like if you have experienced a soulmate type situation, it doesn't compare to other relationships. They pale in comparison. Like you will always be chasing that soulmate feeling. I mean, that's just, to me, a soulmate does exist because I think you can have relationships that work really, really well, where you feel strongly about the person, where the chemistry is, ooh, yeah, I just really like him or her by the way that they look or how they act, but yet it's lacking in that I can't explain why we're connecting the way that we are because the euphoria is so out of this world. So if you haven't experienced certain things, then you're going to be wrong about some things, and your introverted intuition can definitely be impacted. That's just my opinion. I mean, when you keep having certain situations with certain types of people, it strengthens your introverted intuition. You can make it stronger. You can learn. You can grow. You can help it to be more accurate based on what you are observing. It's like you kind of learn, oh, that face means this, or I've never taken acting classes, but I'm sure they study how people look when certain things happen. And so you learn that, okay, that face means this or that. So some parts of intuition can be very, very much developed by people who don't have introverted intuition if they really want to. It may not come as naturally, but to me, you can build on it. You can build it up just like you would in any other piece of knowledge, whether it's like you're learning Myers-Briggs, you know what I'm saying? Like my style of doing Myers-Briggs is totally different from people who are very dependent on cognitive functions, which I think is great if that's how you want to do it, but that's not how at this point I'm past that point. It's sort of like, sometimes I can speak Spanish really pretty well. Like people will tell me that I don't have an accent at all in Spanish, but it got to a point, and I'm definitely rusty, or sometimes I'm better at it than others, so I'm not trying to say that I'm just, oh my God, I'm just the best Spanish speaker in the world, but it got to a point where it was like, books, that's not helping me. I have to be in the situation to push me further, like learning from a book, I'm kind of past that point. So it's sort of like that with introverted intuition. It's like this little storehouse in some ways. So introverted intuition is defined as a process that is oriented towards the inner world of insights, theories, and impressions. Its role is to collect conscious and subconscious data, which it then integrates to create impressions. This ability to synthesize information gives an eye a penetrating and insightful quality. So basically, introverted intuition observes patterns on a large scale. So INFJs and ENFJs are going to observe patterns that are related to human behavior, and INTJs, they're going to observe patterns that are related to systems. That's how their introverted intuitions work. I, as an ENFJ, would not be very good at being an INTJ. I just don't. I can do it to a certain degree, but probably not to the level of an INTJ, because my mom is an INTJ, and I've also had the pleasure of working with INTJs, and I've seen them take a system and completely, like they just can flip it on its head, upside down, sideways, rearrange it. I'm more like that when it comes to humans. So, with introverted intuition, instead of taking things at face value, like people who are sensors, you tend to be more instinctual, and you use that to gain deeper insight into people or systems. So you kind of go between different ideas, you recognize patterns, you follow your instincts, your gut feelings, that sort of thing. I do think, you may disagree with me. Let me know in the comment section if you think I'm right. But I think your experiences definitely can shape and enrich and deepen your intuitive vocabulary, or well house, so to speak. So if you love like I love, and you want to get better at it, and you want to build it up like you would your introverted intuition, then definitely check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. It's by Tamara Zyon. It's on Amazon, and I really think it will help you to gain insight into your love life, your love relationships, and hopefully help them to get better, and just be a fun read to see what I've written, right? All right, so you guys check that out. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you want more ENFJ or introverted intuition videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, my wonderful friends.